Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. I'm Diana and you're watching Alpha 7. And today we're going to talk about why it's important to read labels. But first I wanted to take a minute because I said I was going to do that in my prior video. We are going to go into the book Double Speak. I haven't forgot. It's been work, doing so many things, keeping up with myself, life, just like everyone else, I'm sure. But my appeal was granted, so I just wanted to let everyone know that when you assert yourself and, like they say, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you have this type of situation, you're being unjustly censored, when you're not doing anything wrong, of course, make sure you appeal. I did appeal. The appeal was granted, and it says thank you for your appeal. So literally I made noise. This was on my Dia Dash channel, and I made a little bit of noise, guys. Too funny. Which you have to do because everyone wants to be laid back and all that stuff. Well, being laid back will mess you up. You're not going to be able to get things done. Of course, I need a new battery for my mouse. Lovely, right? So I'm going to make this a short one because I have a really, really busy schedule today. And I just wanted to put this at first because to show that if you get censored or if your video is taken down needlessly and you're saying important stuff, which is always going to be controversial. You cannot speak on important topics without ruffling a few feathers. And of course, YouTube is the biggest one to worry about ruffling, right? So definitely. So within 3 hours, I put a video up on this channel, as you saw, with the censorship 101 video. And really interesting because 3 hours later, my video that was censored and the strike that I had on this channel was removed. So you gotta fight the power, as they say, and don't be afraid to speak up. On this channel, we're all about, not being fake and all about being real. If that's too much, whatever. A lot of people said to me, try different forums or whatever. Well, a lot of people like coming on YouTube, and YouTube is where I woke up, okay? So I'm going to try to, tread lightly or whatever and still say what I have to say, okay? So until further notice, because they are being honorable when, you got to like really shake them up. And you have to know your legal status too, guys. So when I'm typing up all the stuff and I address myself, I do it a certain way. So that's why it's really good to research law. Everyone likes to make fun of, or don't want to deal with it or want to learn because they say it's boring, but yet everyone comes across it in one fashion or another. So guys, this is a big deal, okay? So why it's important to read labels. Well, I wanted to put this up because I had other things that I had up. You got maltodextrin, which affects gut bacteria. You'll find that because you work hard for your money and then you go try to buy food, and everyone's been, we are in the brave new world, so to speak. People don't realize how bad it really is out there. And you really can't look at things like, oh, it's cheap, it's for me or whatever, because you're going to pay for your health in more ways than you can imagine. There's no way you can go back and fix it once you get all these really bad issues. And a lot of people don't realize that the regulation is so poor in the food industry. Of course, the food's controlled. A lot of us need to start working with our hands again that have honor and have skills, okay? We all have something to bring to the table. I spent a better part of my afternoon yesterday because, the Most High has you do God's work, his work online sometimes it's in person. And I was dealing with someone who was dealing with narcissistic abuse. You can tell like from the stupid friends she had in her circle, kind of like what I was dealing with many years ago. And I'm like, wow, just listening to her story, it was like draining me. The person was an obvious witch, not a good friend. And I was trying to tell her, like, listen, you have, look how much time in the day you just took away from dealing with this nonsense when you could have been working on something for yourself. You got, a lot of talent, which I know she does. She's a great photographer. She's great with interior decorating. And I'm telling her, get your channel. Sandra, you're getting your channel together, okay? And I'm going to help you. And I'm going to, plug any type of entrepreneur that has talent, because that's what we need to do. We need to be, women. We need to go back to Proverbs chapter 31. Verse 10 to 13. We need to be a virtuous woman. We need to work with our hands, because we all have a talent. And she has it too, but because she's around so many toxic people, they made her feel inadequate and incompetent, which is a lot of what I was dealing with too. But who doesn't love tacos? Let's talk about tacos for a minute. It's one of my favorite recipes. Everyone loves tacos. So you go to the supermarket, and I blocked out the name of the corporation, and you're going to get something like this. And most people, just like glaring, I'm not sure. Most people don't read these ingredients, guys. These ingredients are huge, and it's like all fake, and it even tells you it's a bioengineered food. Tells you there in the corner. It's like weird when it gets like that. But it's a bioengineered food. Don't mind me. I'm like painting my nails, and I missed two on my hands. But like, yes. So you're getting bioengineered food with your money. So you're getting fake money. I mean, fake food. Obviously, the money's fake too. So that's a whole other topic. But anyway, we're using military script known as Federal Reserve dollars. And so, yes, when you go exchange that for some crap like this, you're like, this is tasty. I'm going to put this in the beef, and I'm going to feed this to me and my children, and I'm not going to have any issues. And a lot of health problems nowadays, guys, is simply toxemia. No one's going to tell you that you pay insurance for and all that, because they're all about giving you scripts of candy, right? Here you go. Pick your poison, right? And a lot of, if you look at each ingredient, that's like a lab experiment here. Like, I make my own taco spices, which I'm going to debut. And if you guys want to start purchasing it, great. I'm going to upload them. I took a bunch of pictures, and I'm going to upload it on eBay today. And I have various products, but this is just like one thing that was annoying me. Like, I love tacos. Who doesn't love tacos? Guys, stay away from Taco Bell. It's mystery meat. You don't know what's in there. I mean, I see memes online, like people saying, "Ooh, I ate Taco Bell," and now I'm like, I don't know what's going on down there. Exactly, you don't. Your body can't digest it. There's so many chemicals. And this popular brand name, don't think because it has like a Mexican vibe that it's really owned by the so-called, Aboriginal, whoever it initially came from, because corporations have bought out most people. That's why I'm always saying I'm non-sold out. I only try to support other non-sold out people whenever I can. I know they make it almost damn near impossible. I know everyone's hurting, but sometimes you got to pay a little more to get a little more. Real food costs real money, and real herbs are medicinal. If my taco spice, it's like all medicinal. Okay, you would find something like this. Just think of me as Mrs. Dash, Dia Dash, also dashes deception, and also loves her spices. And I'm very keen on what's supposed to be in certain ingredients, because you're supposed to read the labels. I started my reading time segment to get people to just start liking to read. It's like you're doing your own investigation. It's so important. But you'd get something like paprika, oregano, red pepper flakes. I only use real Himalayan salts, guys. No sodium chloride here. That bleach will get you. All this stuff's missing in this package. This is literally like, it is bioengineered. It's all chemicals. There's like 2 spices, onion powder, chili powder, and the rest is maltodextrin, canola oil, which is horrible for you. That will give you a heart attack. That will damage your heart. Silicon dioxide. So you got your silicone here. We went over in my breast video in my Dash channel. I'll put a link below because I also have another channel talking about how bad that is for you. Okay. So yeah, they just say natural flavor, which in the branding industry, that could literally mean anything. And that is really scary. We're talking about some like shop of horrors type of stuff, like little shop of horrors, like really scary Nightmare on Elm Street type of stuff, because this stuff is not okay for you. Soybean oil, soy throws off your adrenal glands. So yeah, cumin is so good for you, and that's what gives the taco basically its scent, its flavor. I don't see any cumin in this at all. So you're basically paying for some type of lab experiment that's tricking your taste buds, which these artificial flavors do. They trick your taste buds, guys. So you think it tastes good, you think it tastes like the real thing, but it's not the real thing, and it's going to mess you up. If you look up each herb of this, you're going to see all the medicinal properties. And it says maltodextrin, which is in here. You'll find it in a lot of foods. I'll put this link up because it's just important to know that you'll find it as a thickening agent, as a liquid. You can use arrowroot powder as a thickening agent. You don't need to use all this. You'll find it in pastas, sugars, sweets, even energy and sports drinks. It's like they're trying to lace everything because, being sick is a big business, And it tells you here if a person eats too, they try to deem it safe. Whatever that whole gross stuff, they'll deem antifreeze safe in enough doses. A lower enough dose, okay? Be your own physician of value. You have to be your own expert. Don't listen to these so-called experts. If you're an adult and you have a functioning brain, 2 eyes, you can be your own, okay? If you have enough knowledge and guidance and stuff, and you like to read a lot and you're willing to research all this stuff. My friend yesterday, she's like, "Oh, you research all this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been doing it for the past 7 years." Me and her, we were really close when my children were younger. Now that my children are grown, she got little children, so the roles are reversed, and she's kind of like in the same shoes I went through. But I'm hoping, to do stuff like this. I'm helping to empower people because, we call people like me call out the problems in the world, but we also want to provide solutions too. And so this will give you a spike in blood glucose, and it can be particularly dangerous for people with diabetes or insulin resistance. Affects your gut bacteria. This stuff is so awful for you. It says another study has linked maltodextrin to the survival of the salmonella bacteria. A lot of bacteria infections. People don't. Where's all the chemists out there? You guys don't like chemistry. A lot of people. How about in the medical field? They don't even remember their chemistry classes. We're an organic biological organism. We cannot have certain poisons in us. You're literally poisoning yourself thinking you're getting nourished. And a lot of people have malnutrition problems, and that's why we become so susceptible to infectious issues, because your body don't have the tools. You are what you eat. You're not a garbage pail kid. Yeah, I blocked it out, but you can tell what it is. You're going to find this at your local grocer. Yeah, it's almost $2 or whatever, but I charge $2 a serving for my stuff, and you're getting, this is your homework. Go start reading your packages and see how in the world, and it tastes like pretty gross. This is pretty gross. This is not gourmet. This is not how things are supposed to be done. You got to use real spices. Only Himalayan salts I use. I do not play with that bleach junk. Complete trash. All right, like I said, we're not going to make this long. This was inspired, thank you, to the Most High, because this whole, I made another video on my Diet Dash, as the world burns. This world's so crazy. If you're having a hard time this week, just cleave to the word of the Most High. Proverbs 31, verse 13, ladies. There's 13. That 13 and 7 comes up in my life so much. It's so cool. She selects wool and flax and works with her hands eagerly, or works with eager hands. So you have 2 hands. You have 2 beautiful tools, that you need to use, and find your passion. We all have it. My friend has amazing talent. We all have God-given talent. So I'm always open to support people who are, you know, honorable. And because just look at the service industry. We have too many like everyone's all about chasing that money, chasing that money. Well, pretty soon there's not going to be nothing worthwhile to buy, nothing of value. Everything's outsourced. Let's stop manufacturing things again, guys. Let's stop making things that people need and that people are willing to purchase, you know. We need to take back our power with our voice, like I did with the appeal, and also with our dollars. You vote with your dollars, seriously. But it says here, cumin is a spice made from the seeds of the Cuminum cyminum plant. Many dishes use cumin, especially foods from its native regions of the Mediterranean and Southwest Asia. Cumin is lends its distinctive flavor to chili, tamales, and various Indian curries. Its flavor has been described as earthy, nutty, spicy, and warm. What's more, cumin has been long used in traditional medicine. So, guys, come on. If you use the real stuff, you buy the real stuff, it's gonna actually be. You're actually buying medicine as well as food, which I'm all about. Let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. Didn't Hippocrates state that thousands of years ago? You know, what happened to that in the so-called health fields, okay? No, they're not going to talk about that because it doesn't pay for their Mercedes payment and their house payment and their douchey existence half the time, right? Because if they really were about health, they would talk about these things with people, not get them on more toxins. So you're eating toxic food, then you get sick, and then they give you more toxins, and then you die from toxemia. Promotes digestion. Traditionally, it's great for digestion. Increases the activity of digestive enzymes, potentially speeding up digestion. It increases the release of bile from the liver. Bile helps digest fats and certain nutrients in your gut. People with IBS, rich source of iron. So much flavonoids, alkaloids, terpenes. So I'll put this up. It helps combat inflammation. Most issues are just that, inflammatory. Will take care of the free radicals, antioxidants, helps with diabetes. These chemicals, like I've been trying to tell people with diabetes, it's simply a lot of these chemicals will do it to you, because in maltodextrin article, they go over how that promotes diabetes, okay? And so it help so God's medicine, guys, the herbs of the earth, okay, is the gift that keeps on giving. What the mainstream world wants to give you, the matrix, it's the curse that keeps on giving, okay? So it helps with the cholesterol, weight loss. People are like, oh, how do you stay thin? I eat real food. I don't eat junk. Okay, stay away from fake food. Your body will not be able to recognize it. Many seasonings, including cumin, appear to have antimicrobial properties that may reduce the risk of foodborne infections. Imagine that. You can't put a price on good health, guys. You really can't. Don't be worried about the price tag. Oh, it costs this. I mean, we spend money on stupid crap all the time. That's horrible. It's like we love what's bad for us, but despise what's good for us. You know, pretty sad. And it says several components of cumin reduce the growth of foodborne bacteria. Please excuse the noise. And certain kinds of infectious fungi. When digested, cumin releases a component called megalomycin, which has antibiotic properties. Additionally, a test tube study showed that cumin reduces the drug resistance of certain bacteria. Hey, science world, you got nothing on us. Nothing. No way. We got the real science, guys. Helps with drug dependence. I mean, the gift that keeps on giving. This is just one spice. Never mind the several spices it takes to make my taco spice, which I'm selling on eBay. This is $10 a package with free shipping, okay? This has cumin, Himalayan salt, black pepper, paprika, oregano, real red pepper flakes, all organic ingredients, guys. I'm really picky how I source my stuff. Onion powder, garlic powder. Oh, and I didn't even go into the MSG. We can go on and on. I can do a whole video. Most of this junk has MSG. So this is my Miss Dash or Mrs. Dash, Dia Dash Gourmet Organic Seasoning that I'm selling. And it's good for 5 servings in total, which each serving is great for 1 pound. So this can last you all month. And again, this doesn't even make any sense, guys, because it says, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. It says the serving size is 2 teaspoons. They only give you 1 ounce and say it's great for 6 servings. So you know this is like some like weird Frankenstein type of business, because then it says you have to add water, like you got to activate it. You don't add water to my stuff. You literally add, each serving is 6 teaspoons per 1 pound of beef that you're grilling on the skillet. You know, you got to like break it up. When you're grounding the beef, you were to shake it as you're doing that, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm reading you 1 spice. This thing is so medicinal. You're going to actually get better as you use it and enjoy your tacos. Who can say that? There's not many people. Like I said, we all have a God-given talent. Me, I'm great with creativity, putting stuff, making stuff. And mine's is 2.15 ounces just to have the 5 servings. Okay? And this is just 1 ounce. And they're trying to claim. That's bull crap. That's bull crap. This would make 1 serving, if anything. They said to add water, I guess, to stretch it out. I don't know. I guess it multiplies, guys. I don't know. That's really, 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 really weird. Guys, you're serving this to your children. They also have silicon dioxide inside this stuff, which has been linked to cancer. That's what it says here, you know, because they want to preserve it and all that stuff for, like, I don't know, eons, I guess. Like, you're not supposed to have food for that long, you know, unless you put them in Mylar bags and you take all the oxygen out and stuff like that. But, you know, it says people who have been worked to anything with crystalline silica, which is the derivative of silicon dioxide. Anything with the word oxide, you need to be careful. And it comes from quartz dust. And so it's been shown to be really, really bad for you. But maltodextrin affects gut. It'll give you, has genetically modified, and they even say it's genetically modified. And if you think that is a godsend, yeah, from the pits of hell. That stuff will mutate your DNA straight up, okay? They keep all the real natural food, the so-called people at the top, the Dark Lords. They keep the real food, and they want us to eat the fake stuff, and then you wonder why you feel like crap all the time. And there is a link between this chemical and Alzheimer's, guys, kidney problems. So when you're worried about price to that extent and you're trying to cut corners to that extent, you're going to pay in ways you couldn't imagine. And once you lose your health, they say no amount of money, right, can like replace your health. Kidney problems, cancer, reproductive issues, and they slip this to you. There is no way around it, because the big corporations don't care about our health. They're going to cut corners. They're not going to use real ingredients when they can use the fake stuff that tricks your brain, which they've done that. You know, they've shown that these chemicals literally trick your brain. It says one study has shown that maltodextrin increases the activity of Curia coli bacteria, which may have a role in the development of the inflammatory bowel disease known as Crohn's disease. And also with diabetes, I've been trying to tell a lot of my friends here that it does spike the glucose level. So it's when I was trying to tell them, it's the processed foods that's damaging your pancreas and throwing your insulin levels off. They didn't quite understand where I was getting at. So I'm showing this to show like why it's so important to read labels and to try to source your items locally if you can. I know it's becoming difficult. That's why I tell people, you know, work with your hands. If you find a need, people need so many things. I've supported so many local businesses, so many wonderful people that I've seen that they actually have a product of value, and their stuff is actually better quality. It has more heart poured into it, more thought process poured into it, so you're not going to get scammed by your neighbor. But the corporations have you not trusting your neighbor and just feeding them, and they're just feeding us pretty much sawdust. I mean, I'd probably take my chances on sawdust than this damn ticking time bomb, whatever this freaking pixie dust is. It's all witchcraft what they use. And if you think it's not about chemicals and potions, oh, it goes deep, guys. It goes deep. So yeah, this for anybody who has diabetes issues or insulin issues, guys, like I've been trying to tell people, I used to comment on people's videos. I used to complain like, hey, processed foods, and it's true, because, that's why it's so important to read. They make these lofty claims in the front, but then they tell you the truth in the back. You know what I mean? It's like they lie in the front and they tell you what it is in the back. Most people are going to read the front and be like, oh, okay, look at that taco. It's delicious. Like they give you those crappy commercials for Taco Bell, like, oh, like the food really looks that great. They probably spray painted that crap before they took a picture of it. And look up all the videos of people exposing Taco Bell and how the stuff, I've seen it, they like opened up the packages and it looked like liquid diarrhea they were feeding people. It didn't look like real anything, and people will go there because of the convenience and everything. So I try to make this thing simple for people. So I'm taking pictures. I'll put a link for my email. I'll take pictures and post it, and I'll make it as needed or whatever. It'll be, because it's custom made. Obviously I want it always to be fresh. I always use fresh ingredients and stuff like that. But you will get a package like this, and it is free shipping, because the shipping cost me at least $3, so you're really paying like $7, nothing crazy. Because it's like $2 each. No MSG, gourmet natural blend, Dash organic taco seasoning, real taco seasoning. I don't see any of my ingredients that's supposed to be in. And actually, it just shows you people can make all these crazy claims, attach whatever price tag, and the item is only worth the ingredients that's in it. Remember that, guys, okay? My stuff, they don't have, you think they have any of this beautiful, colorful palette for you? No, I'm not going to feed you chemicals. I'm not going to do that. I'm all about supporting my fellow spiritual diamonds out there, okay? My spiritual alphas. We stand up to do the right thing. We're intelligent, okay? And so this is what you're going to get. And a thank you card from me, supporting your local gal. So I'm always doing stuff, I always want to provide the people with great products, and I'll only support righteous, upright people. I got a lot of witches in my area. Everyone's doing Reiki and doing all these crystals. Stay away from those clowns. I've heard stories, these people, and I want to see what kind of results. They got the most craziest lives you've ever heard. Obviously that stuff's not helping them, and plus it's not real solutions. It's just another trick bag, another fantasy. Like you rub some stones on you probably leave there losing memories full. They probably drain your energy. Just be careful with a lot of those places, because they claim to help you, but a lot of our problems is malnutrition, like I said, toxicity. And we pay to be sick, guys. We're paying for this every day. We throw our money on all this stuff that we want, right? And then we say, oh, can't afford to get well. Yes, you can. You can do it by, small steps every day. Small steps every day will totally change your life. I'll put the article about cumin. Cumin is so amazing. And that's just one of many medicinal substances in here. So when you use my stuff, you can feel good about it. It's actually going to improve your well-being, not take away from it. Yeah, it's going to be a couple more dollars. Sorry, guys, it's real food, and it's organic, no pesticide crap here. So, yeah, please, if you're interested, I'll do deals as I'll see what the popularity is. If I see people like it, I'll continue to make more. But all about supporting my local entrepreneurs, trying to be a Proverbs 31 woman, Okay, Proverbs 31, chapter 13, working with your hands. And that can go for the gents too, guys. You all have a God-given talent. You know, there's no need to resort to crazy things or whatever. You know you have something that you're great at doing. What do you like to do when no one's looking? What do you find yourself gravitating to? Okay, the stuff that you do, your hobbies. You can make your hobby into your career or your passion or your purpose, you know. And as long as it's, you know, righteous and it's tearing down this evil system of lies and bringing up, you know, as they say, the kingdom of heaven. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to support the righteous kingdom and all those type of people, because we have wicked people in power that are deceiving people every day and profiting off of your health. And are we going to allow them to do that? Or are we going to take back our dollars and we're going to redistribute it into places that are honorable, and to people and companies that will do the right thing? And a lot of these companies probably started out with good intentions, but they were eventually bought out. I don't know the current owner, but I know it's nobody good, because they literally just have cornstarch, which we know corn has been genetically modified. I stopped eating corn a long time ago. I think you have to buy the heirloom corn, like the Aboriginals use, like the green corn. There's like various colors corn. Like the modern yellow corn we have now is not real corn anymore. And they use anti-caking agents, and they just say natural flavors. Oh, you know, General Mills owns this. I'll let you make your own determination. But yeah, it says contains bioengineered, which we know corn has been bioengineered for years now. Hopefully you guys can see. Bring it up closer. I know it's a little blurry. Please forgive that part. Okay, guys. So I hope this wasn't too long. Please start reading your labels. Thank you, YouTube, for being honorable. You got to give credit when it's due. I did say in my prior video I was going to make another one addressing the fact if my strike was going to be reversed, which it was, and I appreciate it within 3 hours. That's actually the quickest I've ever, you know, if I would have known what I know now, I probably would have had my Noble Scribe channel still up. Hell, that's why my subscribers are so low, because I've only literally been up for 4 weeks. I had to like totally redo everything. And this is a great forum to reach people. It's a, you know, YouTube is mostly free for people, so I like that. And I help people, you know, live the natural life. And yeah, I do practice what I preach, actually, you know. I am really careful what I eat, and that's why my body doesn't have problems like that. I don't have to work out like that or do anything. Your body will like naturally be the shape it needs to be if you give it real fuel. Are you going to give a Corvette, you know, sugar, or, you know, some crappy Gatorade instead of like the fuel it needs? Of course not, because it's not going to work right. And your body is a beautiful piece of machinery that needs to be taken care of correctly. And a lot of people have metabolic disease, which is a disease of the metabolism. Hence, you see people gain a lot of weight or whatever with a lot of these processed foods, and they'll tell you themselves, hey, I don't even eat that much and I can't lose the weight. I hear that all the time, these poor things. They literally don't eat like you think they do, guys. I see people who they eat once or twice a day and they can't shed the weight. Well, guys, your body is screaming out because of the toxicity. It's the fake food that we've been eating. Okay, please try to eat authentic whole foods. Go back to what your ancestors did, like they talk about the paleo diet and all that stuff. Yeah, if it doesn't come from the trees or the earth or, you know, from clean animals, you shouldn't be touching it. You're not a lab experiment. You're not a garbage pail kid. Okay, we're not made to live like that. That's why you can't, you know, you're making an organism go against natural laws. And guess what? We're going to pay dearly for that. And people have been paying dearly for that. So I hope this was a little bit inspiring. And check me out on my other channel, Dash. I'll put the link for eBay. And yeah, I'll post this up. And if you guys are interested, you can do orders directly with me if you have PayPal. We'll work something out. So thank you so much and have a great day. Okay, guys? And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.